Greetings. A.M. Johnson coming to you another week with Black History Reflections. Today marks our third week of expressing thoughts on the voting rights for African Americans in America's past, her present, and her future. We have briefly conversated over the last 2 weeks about what voting rights looks like for our present and what they have been for us in our past. For a few moments, I would like to talk about the rising tide facing us in the future for persons of color. The rights for people of color are being subverted and suppressed nationwide, not just in the South. One generally looks to the future with optimism, mental alertness, and spiritual vitality, and a prospect of a more harmonious nation. A fractured and a splintered party will never produce the results needed to turn the tide on voting suppression. Yet we face a future laden with fatigue, frustration, and fracture. The results of such have led to an extreme amount of infighting. Seemingly, we are always on the defense versus the offense, playing catch up because we have gotten so far behind. Often our being enamored by the present prohibits us from anticipating the moves of others in the future. While Democrats were celebrating after the 2020 presidential race, Georgia was becoming ground zero for restrictive voting laws. Governor Brian Kemp signed Senate Bill 202, approving an avalanche of changes to voting rules. Citizens of Georgia are being covered by shortened periods for requesting an absentee ballot, a ban on government entities from distributing unsolicited absentee ballot applications, and limitations on counties' use of ballot drop boxes. Republicans are even proposing legislation to allow Georgia's Bureau of Investigation to investigate election-related complaints without a request from local government. Arizona led the nation in proposed legislation that would make it harder for people to vote. Michigan legislators passed 3 restrictive voting laws out of a proposed 39 bill package in 2021. Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer vetoed all of them. Pennsylvania Democrat governor vetoed the one restrictive voting law that Republicans in the state legislature passed in 2021. The bill would have mandated voter identification in all elections and limited the time period when ballot boxes are available, among other measures. Texas passed Senate Bill 1, one of the most restrictive voting laws in the country. The law targeted voting methods disproportionately used by Democratic voters of color. Florida and Wisconsin have passed similar legislation. Such is the future for us in voting as people of color. But let me encourage you not to be deterred. Don't allow what you feel to guide actions in which you would take. The ballot box is still the place to bring about the change that we seek. Make sure you and yours vote. Thank you.